1. Hook. When it comes to cost, choosing between AWS Lambda and EC2 can feel like a guessing game. But what if I told you there's a straightforward way to decide which is actually cheaper for your project? Stick around, and I'll break it all down for you. AWS offers multiple options, but Lambda and EC2 are two of the most popular. Each has its strengths, but their pricing models can confuse even experienced engineers. 3. The simple explanation. Let's simplify things. AWS Lambda is a serverless compute service. You only pay for what you use. When your function runs, you're charged based on the number of requests and execution time. This can be super cost-effective for sporadic workloads. EC2, on the other hand, is a traditional virtual server model. You pay for the server uptime. Even if you're not using it, costs can accumulate quickly. Lambda charges are 20 cents per million requests and $0.0000167 per gigabyte second of compute time. EC2 pricing starts at around $0.0116 per hour for a T2.micro instance. So, which one is cheaper? It depends on your use case. 4. Real-world example. Let's look at a real-world scenario. Imagine a startup that launched an e-commerce app. In its first month, they processed 500,000 requests to an order processing function. Using AWS Lambda, 500,000 x 20 cents equals $100. Let's say your function runs for an average of 500 milliseconds and uses 512 megabytes of memory. 500,000 requests x 0.5 seconds equals 250,000 seconds. 250,000 seconds x half a gigabyte x $0.0000167 equals $2.08. $100 plus $2.08 equals $102.08. Using EC2, they choose a T2.micro instance. 24 hours x 30 days x $0.0116 equals $8.35. However, they also need to account for idle time or scaling, which could double that cost if traffic spikes. In this case, Lambda costs $102.08 while EC2 costs $8.35. If the startup runs the function continuously or has peak loads, the cost structure shifts. 5. What to do instead. Now that you see how costs can differ, here's a framework to help you decide. 1. Assess workload patterns. Determine how often your function is called. Are requests sporadic? Go with Lambda. If consistent, consider EC2. 2. Calculate expected usage, estimate the number of requests and average execution time. Use AWS's pricing calculator for accurate forecasts. 3. Run a cost comparison, use your estimates to calculate the total cost. Factor in downtime and scaling needs. 4. Consider scaling needs. If you expect rapid growth, Lambda scales automatically. EC2 requires manual intervention or auto-scaling setup. 5. Run pilot tests. Deploy small versions of your application on both services. Monitor performance and cost over a month. Make your choice based on real data. 6. Common mistakes. Now, let's discuss 5 common mistakes that could lead to unnecessary costs. 1. Underestimating traffic. Many assume low traffic will remain. Fix. Use auto-scaling and monitor analytics to adjust resources as needed. 2. Ignoring execution time. Developers often overlook how long functions run. Fix. Optimize your code. Use tools to measure execution time and reduce it. 3. Not using reserved instances. Some startups stick to on-demand instances for EC2. Fix. If you know you'll need consistent resources, consider reserved instances for significant savings. 4. Failing to monitor usage. Companies set it and forget it. This can lead to unexpected bills. Fix. Set up CloudWatch alerts to monitor costs and usage in real time. 5. Over-provisioning resources, picking larger instance types than necessary. Fix. Start small and scale up as needed. Use AWS's recommendations for instance types. 7. Quick checklist before you decide. Use this checklist. Assess your workload patterns. Calculate expected usage. Compare Lambda and EC2 costs. Consider potential scaling needs. Test both options with pilot projects. 8. Summary plus CTA. Choosing between Lambda and EC2 isn't a one-size-fits-all decision. It's about understanding your usage, costs, and needs. By following the steps I've outlined, you can make an informed choice that keeps your budget in check. If you found this video helpful, drop a comment with your thoughts or experiences. Don't forget to subscribe for more practical tech insights. Bonus practical tip: if you're unsure what to pick, start with the simplest option that ships today. Then measure for 7 days, latency, errors, deploy time, and cost. Only upgrade when metrics force the decision, not fear. Quick recap: keep it simple, avoid over-engineering, and build the smallest thing that works. If you want a real demo or checklist, comment demo. Subscribe for practical AWS, DevOps, Docker, and Kubernetes lessons.